I remember last time we talked, and you know, Connor Ben was supposed to be one of those names or a possible name, but I haven't spoke to you since. And were you able to see his last performance?
I didn't actually see it. I just heard about it, unfortunately. But I hear he did pretty good.
Pretty decent, pretty decent. Yeah, pretty decent. But
What do you think about it? What do you think about the fight?
he was in there with a tougher guy, a guy that wasn't a guy that was never stopped before, a guy that also could punch back, and the guy took a lot of damage, but he wasn't able to get him out of there. Um, Connor Ben is kind of like what you see is what you get, kind of. You know what I'm saying? All thumping type of a punches. Um, but yeah, I wasn't really impressed, and just even gearing up to the fight. I mean, that was on the card of Richardson Hitchens. So yeah, that was kind of my thoughts on it. I wasn't too thrilled. Put it like that. If we're talking about a guy in the welterweight division and that is supposed to be a big name, I wasn't impressed. But in the same time, speaking upon welterweights, were you able to see the whole card of Canelo Alvarez and Jamel Charlo?
Well, at least the main card. hmm
Okay, so you didn't see Barrios. You didn't see Barrios and Ugas.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, we'll start there then. You're a welterweight. What you thought about it? Even hearing about it, what were your thoughts just hearing about the matchup alone?
Well, I've been trying to get a fight with both of these guys, especially Ugas. I called him personally. I have his number. We can prank call him right now. Like, you don't even know what I'm saying half of the time, unless I speak Spanish. But I don't know. It wasn't. It was good. It was a good performance. I kind of wish there was a little bit more excitement build up into the fight. There's just got to be more bigger characters in boxing, and like these guys like Ugas, Barrios, and like why are they fighting each other when they should be fighting somebody like me? Why they should be fighting somebody like Ennis or what's the other guy name? Connor Ben, things like that. It gets a little bit of you get it gives me a little bit of a sickening taste in my mouth when I see those type of fights being made when they could have easily made a fight with me or somebody else that will bring boxing back. Bring boxing back. Because that's kind of a dead fight. Two dead fighters fighting over like crumbs. Like, you
Hmm.
know what I mean? Instead of like using their names and platform to boost and continue boxing's growth. Unfortunately, it comes by your death. That's just how it happens. You know what I mean? But that's what boxing is about. I just don't see a lot of these top fighters doing that. Like, why don't we have a Blair Flair Keith Thurman fight? Flair one time fight. Why? It's an easy fight to make. You know what I mean? I talked to him numerous occasions. It's an easy fight to make, and it's an easy fight to sell, and it will sell. Like, you know what I mean? But instead, he wants to
What did
chase.
Keith say? What did Keith say when you mentioned it?
Oh yeah, man. Well, I can't do that because I want you to. You need to sign with Al Heyman first, or this and that, and then we can talk. Like, bro, like that's the same shit. That's the same runaround you gave Earl Spence, and then eventually Earl Spence takes the titles. You know what I mean? And now you want to run back and say, "Oh yeah, now I want to fight you." No, like nobody wants to fight him now. Terrence Crawford's done with his ass. Like, yo, get out of here with that bullshit. You didn't give nobody a chance when you was on top. It's just sickening when you have these type of fighters that's that like they talk a big game, but they're not real champions.
Mm.
And like that's just where I am with it.
So August, he he achieves to be able to knock down Barrios 2 times. Barrios has that torn retina surgery, so obviously every single
No,
time.
that wasn't Bar. It wasn't Barrios. It was Ugas. Ugas got
My bad.
knocked.
Oh, yeah, so my bad. Let me correct myself. Let me start all over. Barrios knocks down Ugas 2 times, but anytime you touch Ugas's left eye due to the surgery, it swells up real quick like a blowfish. Pause. So, I mean, what do you think about, as far as Ugas is concerned, now that he's 38 years old, and then at the same time, what do you think about a Barrios fight? And what do you think about Barrios himself?
Well, himself, great dude. Like he's out here somewhere. I can run into him.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't even mind hanging with him. But outside of that, outside of like personal life, because personal life is different. Like, look, man, I hope these on viewers and people out there understand this. Because I remember when I was like, I said something in and Adrian Broner's feed, right? Because I like he said he was showing his children and all that, and I was like, oh, it's just so cute. And then somebody like, oh, I hope you're not saying that just to talk shit or this and that. Like, bro, like outside of all of this shit, like, look, boxing is its own thing. Yeah, we're all like very rambunctious characters that talk shit about boxing and fighting and this and that. But outside of that shit, we're still human beings. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a human being. Like, you know what I mean? If I see a baby, I'm be like, oh, that's a cute baby. Like, so when it comes to all of that stuff, outside of boxing, I think Barrios is a dope ass dude. And I wouldn't mind hanging with him. I think I did. Like, I had an opportunity to hang out with him like a couple times. You know what I mean? He lives out here in Vegas. You know what I mean? He's a cool dude. His family is great. Inside boxing, like, do I think that I could beat him? Yeah, but like that's inside boxing. Inside the realms of boxing, um, when I saw the fight between Barrios and Ugas, it was like, oh man, I smoked both of them. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say that like it would be easy. No, I would smoke both of them for sure. I'm for sure. But they were great fighters. You know what I mean? They were exciting. They did their thing. I just wish that like they put a little bit more into promoting and bringing the excitement. You know, that fight could have been more if they did more.
Mm. When just hearing about the fight, and you as a boxing purist, like, did you knew that that was gonna be the outcome?
I had my suspects. I had my thoughts on that. I thought that Barrios. I thought that the bets that Barrios was gonna win was gonna be really really good for a lot of people that made money on the bets. Shout out to all of you guys. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
that's something that I could kind of see, and it's not just because of age. Like, it's not really an age thing. It's a dusty thing. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, it's like you kind of see like
Not
um
damaged goods though. Not damaged goods.
not quite. Like, he's definitely damaged, but he's not quite damaged. You know what I'm saying? He's still a great fighter, Ugas is. But do I think that he could do a little bit better? Yeah. Do I think he still has a little bit more in the tank? Absolutely. You know what I mean? But it's a dusty thing. You know what I'm saying? It's
Hmm.
not an age thing. Like, his age is not stopping him from coming forward on Mario Barrios, landing great shots and being combative the whole fight. You know what I mean? And also winning rounds. The problem is that Ugas is a little tired mentally with boxing. I mean, you think about it, Ugas probably been boxing pretty much almost his whole life. That's almost like, if he's 38, that means he's been boxing for like 30 years.
Mm.
30 fucking years boxing. You know what I mean? You get tired of this shit. You know what I mean? And you just want to make money and move on to bigger and better things. I think that's where Ugas is mentally right now.
Right. Before getting into the card, though, let's get a little bit more into yourself. Like, what's going on with you? Do you feel like you could possibly get a fight soon? And if not, is it still the Golden Boy thing?
Well, things should be happening. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen fast. So I've been getting ready. I've been training to get my body in shape quietly, and been staying a little bit under the radar and seeing what happens next.
Mm,
You
okay.
know, see what happens next. We're here. Like the thing is, Blair the Flair is not. It's not dead. You know what I mean? That's the thing, and it's too damn dangerous when I'm not dead. Motherfuckers ain't trying to call me out.
Mm,
Motherfuckers are still not quite sure that they should be fucking with me. You know what I mean? And like that's like the thing with that, like,
that's
you
true.
know,
I haven't heard nobody call you out. You right.
you know. So it's one of those things. Like if I was dead, I like I would have the Mario Barrios fight would have happened already. Maybe not Mario Barrios, but definitely Conor Ben, definitely Ennis, definitely Verge Ortiz, definitely fucking the Rocha rematch. All of those fights would have been happened if I was dead.
Mm,
If the Hooker fight didn't happen the way it happened so fast, like it was literally like a couple months later, boom, and then fucking oh shit, this motherfucker is not dead. He's not dead. Yeah, we don't trust him. And like that's the thing. I'm very untrustworthy as like what you're gonna see in that ring. You
mm,
know, Jerron Ennis could go down if he gets in the ring with me. And it could be a sucker punch. It'd be some dumbass shit like, "Oh shit, you tied your shoes." Bow. Like
mm, mm,
your shoes was untied. You know, stuff like that can happen. So it's just a lot of these. Like right now, we live in an era of cowards, and
mm,
the era of cowards is killing boxing.
mm,
And it's not just the fighters, because sometimes it's not the fighters' choice. Sometimes it's the promoters and the matchmakers. We
mm,
need boxing to come back to its fullness, and so like that's just what it is.
mm, mm,
Who is my next fight? My next fight, I don't know. I don't know. It could be Adrian Broner. It could be this person. It could be that person. Whatever it is, it's going to be an exciting fight. It could be a nobody. I could just be like, fuck it out, y'all. I don't even want this one televised because you know what I mean. I got to get the rust off. I got to get the rust off and get back active.
mm, mm,
My whole thing is that we need to see not just the best in Blair to Flair, but we also need to see the best that boxing has to offer. You
mm.
know what I mean? That means
Amen.
stop being a bitch. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? That means stop talking about fucking sparring. I
talk
mean,
your shit.
like stop like just rambling on and talking shit on fucking on what do you call it? On
On
Twitter or
Mill City
whatever the hell
Boxing.
they call it now. X, Twitter.
Right, right.
It's
Um, talk to me, man. Like in the same time, I'm pretty sure you heard the news because obviously it's in your way. Giovanni versus Rocha. Uh, what you think about that matchup? A lot of people don't really know too much about Giovanni. What about yourself? Do you know anything about him?
Giovanni.
You also
Gi-
you haven't heard about the fight?
Giovanni Cabriata
Yeah,
Cabrera.
Cabrera. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not the dude that just fought Tank, right? No,
No, he just fought Cruz and
no,
nearly
no, no,
whipped
no, no,
his
no, no,
ass.
no. My bad. No, it's not him. 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 I got the wrong person for you. I'm gonna.
I'm about to say, if it's
Nah.
Gio, I'm putting my money on Gio. Oh shit, this fool is
Seen? You
stupid.
haven't seen it?
Oh, that dude. Yeah, I don't know that dude.
Nah.
I don't know him for a can of paint.
Mm,
Um, whatever it is, it's gonna be a safe fight. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean? It's a safe fight. If they really wanted him to fight somebody, he would have fought Hooker. If they really wanted him to fight somebody, he would have fought some of the guys I already fought. You know what I mean? If they really wanted to put him in there with some killers, they would have fucking fought him against Stephen Villalobos. Yeah, it's a low rank fight, but guess what? It'll be action packed, and he might get his head knocked the fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where as though, like, it's becoming very apparent now. Oscar, he talks a whole lot of shit about how, oh, we need to get together. Boxing is dying, so we need to stop. We need to stop protecting our fighters and
I
this and
remember
this
that.
and this and that, right? And but then turn around and start promoting like in the exact same sentence. You know what I mean? In the exact same fucking like promotion, he'll turn around and promote these whack ass fights that nobody wants to fucking see. Alexis wrote, yeah, that one. Yeah, so anyways, Alexis Rocha versus nobody, and Zordo versus nobody. Like,
We about to get into it. We about to get into it. We about to get into it. But before we get into it, we got 81 people on the live, 13 likes. We gotta get these likes up. Y'all know y'all like Blair the Flair. You know what I'm saying? I always have him on my podcast because he can fight. Nobody calling him out. He doing all the call outs, and he's as entertaining as fuck. So I have to give a shout out to all my people on the live. But we gotta get these likes up. It's Blair the Flair. Blair, let them know, man. You ain't gonna give him the woo. You know what I'm saying? You ain't
look,
gonna give.
right now, you guys need to understand that you guys are tuning in to Mill City Boxing, the best that boxing has to offer, and you're looking at the one, the only, the great one, Blair the Flair Cobbs. Woo! The most exciting man in boxing. I need you guys to give me a thumbs up. I need you to give me woos all across the comment streams. Let's get it popping.
You already know, man. That's what I'm talking about, Larry Liston. Let's get it
There we
going. Let's
go.
get it going. You already
There we
know.
go.
When Blair's in town, the entertainment starts. So, Blair, in that card that we just had past Saturday, also we had Erickson Lubin against Jesus Ramos. Did they get it right? Did they get the decision right? Talk to me nice.
Look, man. No. You know what I mean? Like, and the crazy thing is, I was rooting for Lubin. I'm like, okay, I know Lubin. You know what I mean? He's a little bit older, but he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? He's really great at inside game. I picked up a couple skills from him myself. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? No, they did not get that shit right. No, like they just straight robbed that kid, and it's
Yeah.
just it's rough when you do that. Like, you know what I mean? Salute. Oh, yo from Guadalajara. What's up? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué anda, way? So, anyways, yeah, that was a mad robbery for like Ramos got robbed bad. You know what I mean? But that's how it is.
How'd you score the fight? Like, was it close? Like, how'd you did,
Honestly,
was there any dominating rounds that you believe that like talk to me. What and did you were you more excited about looking at the fight? Like, did you feel like we got our money's worth? Like, I felt like we kind of didn't get our money's worth throughout the whole card.
look, the problem is that they don't have me on the damn card. You know what I mean? The
Woo!
problem is that they don't have me. They don't have Jake Paul. They don't have fucking any real entertainers or even people that's like that has entertainers behind them, like fucking Devin Haney. And like right now, like boxing is dying when you talking about like, oh yeah, we're just gonna fucking promote him because he's a this fighter or that fighter. It's like politics is killing boxing. It ain't going nowhere at all. It's destroying boxing, and we need to get back to what boxing is, entertainment. At the end of the day, like, did you clap? At the
Nah.
end of the day, was you in shock and awe? Was you at the edge of your seat? Because that's what you do when you watch a Blair to Flair fight. You don't know what the hell's happened. It's so much raw talent, so much raw activity going on. And even in the press conferences, on the
Oh,
build up,
Blair,
all the way to the
Blair,
very end.
Blair, I can hear you, but I can't see you. So can you come out the room and come right back in? It it,
Absolutely.
hap- it happens when people. I think you probably got a call or something.
Okay, yeah. That's what happened.
All right, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Blair the Flair. Cobbs is Mill City Boxing. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Smash the like button. We're gonna get it in right now. Um, you said Frank Martin live right now too, huh? He talking his shit. He Make sure you guys smash the like button, please. We got him. He's back. He's back. Let's get this rolling. Yay, yay. We back in the building.
We back in the building. It's Blair the Flair, the most exciting man in boxing. And of course, if you didn't know, you know now. I'm back on my bullshit. Let's get it popping.
So we were talking about the Lubin and Jesus Ramos fight, and then the whole card itself. I mean, like I agree with you with that. Like there wasn't like a great fight that kept me on my toes. The one that kind of like made me look a little bit more than all the others was the first card with Elijah Garcia. Um, you know, a lot of rock'em sock'em. Um, but it was entertaining until we got some drama at the end. Don't know if you've seen that fight. Normally, people don't see like the early fights. Were you able to see it?
Was it like on the card before like the main four?
Yeah. Well, it was the main four. It was the fourth,
Oh, it was the first card, the opening bout. Yeah, I
the
saw it.
opening bout.
I
Yeah,
saw it. I saw it.
the
It was
kid's
it
like
was
20 years old.
Yeah, yeah. It was a good fight. He got his ass kicked a little bit in that fight. You know what I'm saying? I saw like
Mm,
his opponent doing like these quick little side steps and stepping around them, throwing punches, but they were both pretty much dead even with each other until the young kid like got the knockdown or the
mm,
knockout. And it was fun. That was a little bit of fun. You know what I mean? Definitely needs a little bit more drama. There needs to be a little bit more drama. We need characters. We need personas. We need activity. We need a little bit more. You know what I mean? Than like what boxing is giving right now. If we're going to continue on like this, then it needs to be just a complete sport where people get paid a set rate. You know what I mean? For a set amount of fights, and like there is no ducking and dodging. There's a fucking bracket, and no matter what, you have to fight, and you have to fight this particular person to get to this person and to this person. But if we're not doing all of that and we're just playing a money game because you can just buy a fucking belt, then yeah, you need to do more than just be good old Jack Johnson. You need more. You need more fights, and you need you need more to offer boxing.
I like what you're putting down. Now it's for the main card. Lions only. The king of boxing. All that mumbo jumbo. The main card. What were your main reaction to the Canelo Alvarez and Jamel Charlo fight?
um, my main reaction to the Canelo Alvarez fight was honestly the first reaction. Why are we having this fight? Why is Canelo choosing to fight this fight when he should be finding a much better fight?
I remember you telling me
Like
that.
I get that he wants, I guess he wants to be active, he wants to keep making a whole lot of money, but at some point after you done made so much money, um like it's things gotta be a little bit different. After you made so much money, you really owe the sport. And you owe it to yourself to prove that you're the best. So when you have other people that's out there, like David Benavidez, that's been chomping at the mouth for God knows how long, and has been like sweating him, they need to make that motherfucking fight happen. And it shouldn't have been happening after a Charlo fight. You know what I mean? That Charlo fight shouldn't have even happened. And like the whole thing is, there's a lot of shouldn't have, and should have happened when it comes to Canelo. Which honestly begs the question: is he a bitch or not? Because the whole thing is right. That older fight, the other Charlo, the bigger one, he deserved to fucking fight Canelo years ago. And now he went on a fucking long ass hiatus and couldn't get a fight for years and been messed up mentally, physically, and spiritually. Like what are they doing? They're just destroying great possibilities. You know what I mean? For Canelo to pass down that throne to another fighter and that fighter to move forward and create more chaos and entertainment and bring even more value to boxing. Right now, what we have is a bunch of people that's fucking out there just taking and not giving.
Mm.
Like you owe that Charlo the fight, but instead you chose a smaller Charlo. Are you a bitch? Is the question. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of questions that surfaces when these type of fights are being made, and then they have to promote it to make you think that he had a chance. So I don't know. That's my thoughts on that.
Now,
Shout out to Mill City Boxing. It's Blair the Flair. Give me some thumbs up. Give me a woo. Let me know how you feeling.
make sure you guys smash the like button, smash the like button. So, obviously I haven't spoke to you even like around the press conference weigh-ins of that fight. The attitude towards Jamel leading up to the fight obviously was the same result on round one. uh what did you do? Are you a firm believer in that, as far as like you don't change personas just out of the blue with the biggest fight of your life?
Yeah, I don't know, man. You saying that did Charlo change his exterior or his thought? Is this
I
his
mean, absolutely. That's what we seen. He didn't have nothing negative to say. I mean, there's so many videos of Charlo saying very negative things about Canelo, calling him cinnamon and all this other extra stuff, and just saying that he has no skills and all that. And now when the fight starts to come into fruition on press conferences, he's a completely different Charlo, more mellow.
Yeah, Mello don't go good with Charlo. That don't make no sense at all. You know what? It didn't really I didn't really think of it. But yeah, no, you keep that same motherfucking energy. You keep that same energy all the way to the bank. All the way to the bank. Matter of fact, after the fight, you still say he's still a piece of shit and ain't this shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like keep that same energy. Stay consistent. You know what I mean? So yeah, like what I seen is like after after the training, after really looking into Canelo, it looked like somewhere in his mind he thought to himself, maybe he doesn't have a chance. You know what I mean? Maybe it's not going to be as easy as he thought it was. And this is the type of stuff that you really have to focus on. You have to already know that it's not going to be an easy fight. You know what I mean? But that's just how it is. Charlo was in there well above his head with this Canelo fight. You know what I mean? The dude Canelo, I mean, granted to the Canelo meat, shout out to all of that. His fucking neck is like 3 times bigger than his fucking body. Like, you know what I mean? His hands are strong. His neck is strong. He's not getting knocked out. You know what I mean? The best thing you could do is just swarm him with punches and bunches and back him up. If you got to be big enough to do that. But my whole thing is like after this whole Canelo fight, man, it's like, bro, I don't want to see Canelo no more. Like
Mm,
you supposed to get your get back with Bevo. You talking about you the best and shit. You know what I mean? You
mm,
wanted to go up to heavyweight like fucking Roy Jones. You know what I mean? But
mm,
you don't got Roy Jones talent. Okay,
mm.
man. Like, you know something? Like, get out of here, man. Like, get out of here. Like, pass down that. Pass it down. Promote somebody else. You know what I mean? It's just getting to that point, like right now. You know. I'm not thinking about the Crawford in Canelo fight at all. I think it's nonsense. But I give Crawford the benefit of the doubt to pretty much beat anybody but myself at this point. You
So,
know.
for all like, I'm a fan of Crawford, but I'm also a fan of boxing, and obviously they make weight classes for a reason.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I just think that that's just a fight that I don't want to watch. I definitely don't want to watch that fight. Um, just like Bob Arum said, he'll wipe the floor with them. Um, it'll be good until it gets bad and bad, bad. Um, but
I don't know. I don't even know, man.
does
I
he
don't.
put a better fight? Does he put a better fight than Jamel?
I think so. I think so. I
And
think
what
so.
it is like, you think his demeanor and the way he goes about the fights is just not how Mel goes about his fights. Because it's like if Mel hits you and he hurts you,
Baby, I gotta go.
that's the only way Mel can win is if he hurts you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. Like my whole thing is like I could see Crawford winning only for the simple fact that like one,
So why wouldn't you want to see the fight if you don't want to see Canelo get beat?
no. I'm starting to not care about Canelo ever anymore. So see that's the thing. People need to stop caring so much. Like some fighters you need to forget. You know what I mean? Like because like like it's like okay, you had your time. Like you had your time. It was fun, and I think we need to move on. What I want to know more about this Beevil character.
Before that though, you were gonna say that you think that Crawford could beat Canelo. Is that what you were trying to say?
On a certain level, he might be able to pull it off. If Crawford's feet is fast enough, which is almost I don't even know. He'll have to be as fast as me. You know how crazy fast you have to be that fast?
Mm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? To stay away from Canelo for like the a course of 12 rounds and just hitting them with a bunch of shit because obviously the fight is going to be one-sided all the way over. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hold up. I don't know when we're gonna have that rematch. You know what I mean? They changed their mind about me real fast. You know what I'm saying? I can't get that rematch with
Rocha.
Rocha. You know what I mean? When I beat somebody that was better than him, like literally right after. Golden Boy is protecting him a lot. and,
Mm.
and the fight against Rocha was literally a 1 week notice fight
Mm.
with 3 weeks of training. Things change. On to another option. On to another subject. I don't know, man. Honestly, there's a whole bunch of like unknown variables when it comes to Crawford and a Canelo fight. But it's like, do people want to see it? I don't know. I don't think so. They're not very exciting. Go go.
Mm. Um. Now, do you believe that obviously Canelo's not interested in that fight, but do you believe that a Jamel, Charlo, and Crawford fight is something that needs to happen?
Said Jamel Charlo and Crawford.
Yeah. Do you believe that that fight needs to happen before we even talk about a Crawford and Canelo type of a fight?
Well,
Some type of
that fight will
some.
be very much more interesting. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That fight would be definitely a little bit more interesting. And I kind of sensed a little bit of I'm scared in
From who?
in Charlo.
I don't believe he thinks he could win that fight for some reason.
I know he thinks he can't win that fight. Like actually even more so than the Canelo fight. After seeing like his stablemate, aka one of his best friends, just massacred and murdered, and knowing damn well his friend prepared a whole lot for that fight and was well prepared and well ready and don't know what the hell just happened. Cause like all the real truth is behind the scenes. You know what I'm
Fact.
saying? The
Facts.
real truth is behind the scenes where you don't even know. You don't
Mhm.
even know what the hell is going on. You like,
That shit you talk about right now, that behind the scenes shit you talk about, that's the reason why Mel even came and approached the fight the way he did, bro. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? You over here talk about like sparring partners that Canelo had. Hey, is the power really real? And you know what I'm saying? Like,
It's a lot of untold stories and things like that that happens, and Blair Flair looks to like actually bring a lot of these untold stories to reality. In
I
my
love
next
it.
couple fights, I would love to bring together a full, all inclusive reality show where you guys get to see the smiles, the cries, and the chaos.
Mm.
Because that's really what boxing is really about. You know, a lot of people like to play circumstantial. Everything is based off of circumstances. Let's see what happens when we capitalize on circumstances. Like we need to see what's happening inside the ring. Inside the ring, we need to know what's going on. Because that's the drama. That's the reason why we watch Rocky. All the drama outside of the ring. What's going on? This motherfucker's going through some shit. You know what I mean? End up losing the Clubber Lane. Like, it's one of those things. We need to know what's going on. Yeah, I think that it was definitely it's I think he got a little bit of bitch in him for that one. You know what I mean? Just because he knows, you
Mm.
know. Let's put it like this. Earl Spence had to prepare himself better than he ever have. Earl Spence had to be greater than he ever have. Any training camp. And how many times you think Earl Spence sparred Charlo and probably beat the bullshit out of him?
What I heard.
Yeah, like, look, yeah, we got weight classes. Smaller weight classes are a problem sometimes. They're faster, stronger sometimes, and like their timing is a little bit different.
Hmm.
And like Earl is not known to be a very small 147 either. So how many times I would wager he actually beat the brakes off of Charlo? You know what I mean? Like he might have had like he might at least had a couple good days. You know what I mean? And to look at that body of work and then see it tumble and crumble to pieces in that fight the way it did, and it almost happened instantly. It was like it was an ass whooping almost from the very first bell. Like Charlo is very much scared. Like,
Mm. Yeah, it seems like that. It seems like that. Now, we got a lot of great fights coming up. Some pretty decent. Um, this week we got the Zordo Ramirez versus Joe Smith. Two guys we haven't seen in the ring for a very, very long time. Who do you even favor in that fight? And it's hard for me to call on it.
um, Golden Boy is not putting on exciting fights unless they have Blair Flair.
Mm,
Unless they have Blair Flair and Virgil Ortiz in the same fight, fighting each other, they don't really have a ticket to sell.
mm,
Um, unless they have the fight with Alexis Rocha and Blair Flair, they really don't have a ticket to sell. And mind you, we got paid incredibly cheap for that fight. It was a last minute, last resort. The tickets was not sold when they fucking had this main event before, which was the fight with Virgil Ortiz and Michael McKinson. Nobody wanted to see that shit. You know what I'm saying? But when they introduced me and Alexis Rocha, the tickets were sold. You know what I mean? When they introduced me and Alexis Rocha with only 1 week of like promotion, people's tuned in. You know what I'm saying? And to save their motherfucking ass. But then they can't save my ass and get me back out there to fucking get that rematch or do exactly what they said, which was fight me against Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? Now, there's something wrong with this picture. You know what I mean? When it gets to a point where like it doesn't matter how great you are, you're gonna be faced with bullshit, and it ain't got nothing to do with boxing. It's a problem. So
Mm.
we need to tighten up, and when it comes to Golden Boy, they need to tighten up too. Like what's going on? There's just got to be another fight that's coming up that's better than that. I mean, maybe the Ryan
What do you
Garcia.
know? What do you know about Ryan Garcia's opponent?
I don't know anything about his opponent. He looks familiar though.
Yeah,
hmm But I don't know anything about his opponent. What do you know about his opponent? Is he any good?
I heard he could punch, but that's about it. I haven't really heard too much about him. Haven't did too much studying on him yet. The fight just got pronounced, so just I'm about like up to date fights right now and what's going on in boxing lately.
Yeah.
Uh, but
You know what it is, man? It's hard to be up with boxing lately. They don't have me. They don't have a lot of really good people out there that's making it interesting. It's just not an interesting time right now. You know what I
hmm
mean? There was a little bit of interest in the and let's say like the Jerron Ennis fight. That was a little bit interesting. A little bit. Emphasis on little bit. Because before we didn't know anything about that dude. He could have got his ass whipped too if he was the first fighter to fight him. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you told me that the first time. You're like, yo, if he didn't have no film about him or anything like,
Yeah.
and if Rashid didn't get him first and Boots got him first, it would have probably been a little different.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a whole lot of things going on. I would love to see make the fucking fight happen anyways. Or
Mm.
get his lick back. What's it called? What's his name? Rashidi Ellis. Rashidi Ellis
But-
needs his lick back, man,
Oh yeah.
and and be back on top. You know what I mean? I would love to see that fight with Ennis and Rashidi. Why not? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But it just seems like, they don't want that. It's like, I don't know.
Well, we do got in 2 weeks. We got in a week we got Tim Tszyu versus Brian Mendoza for the WBO title. Um, what you think about that fight, particularly at 154 pounds title fight? Two good punchers.
I thought it's just I don't know. It just don't make no sense to me because I thought Charlo had all the belts
Nope. As soon as
at
he took the
154.
Canelo fight that day, they
Uh-huh.
stripped him. They stripped him for the WBO.
How they strip him for all the titles?
One title, one title. He got
Some,
three right now. He's still unified, but the WBO is not his.
I wonder why. Why do they have to strip him? You know what I mean? Like that's I don't know. Sounds like some money games going on, but that's
Mm.
that's just that's just what it is, man. That's just what it is right now. Cause
Speaking upon money, man, Clifford, Dennis, thank you for the $2. Blair is entertaining. Ask him about Ramos and Lubin. We definitely touched upon that earlier, but hey, Blair,
let's
if you
talk
want,
about it.
yeah,
Let's talk about it again. Ramos got robbed. Lubin is a great fighter, but he was just getting his ass whooped that whole fight, and it was funny. Me personally, it
funny.
was funny, and you know why? Because he act like he really won that fight.
Mm.
He moved on with life and everything. Oh yeah, oh. He got, but you know what? Sometimes these robberies be funny. Like the greatest robbery ever seen today was the Rolly Ramirez fight. Rolly Romero, he now he's funny. He's the funniest motherfucker I ever seen in my life. I might call him up today just to fuck with him. He's a funny ass character. How you rob a motherfucker like that? Like it's just incredible. You
Yo, but
know?
he be getting the thing about with Rolly, he be getting the big robberies too. Like
Big
his
ass
robbery,
robberies.
yeah,
This
his shit be
motherfucker
like,
robbed a 50-year-old.
yo, his shit be like, yo, millions of dollar robbery banks. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be crazy. His shit
Yo,
be
yo,
crazy.
yo,
His shit be like, you lose every freaking round and you win the fight. his shit,
yo,
his robberies be different. His robberies be
yo.
different.
You know it'd be funny as shit. They should have like they should have a boxing Avenger theme with me, Rolly, Adrian Broner, and fucking
Yo.
and what's the dude name and Jake Paul.
Oh shit, that's the real team right there.
Yo, Roller Romero, yo, he's got the fucking the robbery headband.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He's got the fucking the ski mask and shit.
Facts, right?
you
Facts. Smash the
got
like button if
you
you
got me
rocking with
with
the
the with a
live.
woo on my shirt.
You with the woo with the shirt, yeah, yeah. Oh no, with the headband, the red headband saying woo.
Yeah. It should
Yeah,
be a big ass bull on my fucking head and a clown on my shirt.
yeah, you funny as hell. You funny as hell.
Oh shit.
Smash the like button,
And
ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button.
AB's fucking AB is like the fucking the king of us all and shit. His symbol is a empty pocket.
Yo, with his big ass shoulders and shit, like
Yo, this motherfucker's shoulders huge. I wish my neck was that big, man. I wish I
pause.
had those type of shoulders. Shit.
Shit. But talk to me, man. Like, what you think about this Tim Tszyu and Brian Mendoza?
Um, I think Tim Tszyu want to easily win. I mean, everything is looking towards he's gonna be a champion, and he's doing very well. And I can't believe that's the son of Tszyu.
Yep,
How he get so fucking big? Cause Tszyu is like a fucking 30. He started his career like a 30, 35, and he was like a 140, and maybe like 147 at best. I don't know, but good genes. He's doing good. He's doing his thing, and he's paying
good
his
genes from
dues.
the mama.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So he's doing his thing.
So, what you believe that like, hey, like he got too much game is what you kind of like saying, and
Yeah,
Brian
like he's
Mendoza just got like a puncher's chance. That's it.
yeah, that's it. That's it. And like honestly, puncher's chances aren't even coming around that often. Honestly,
Well,
motherfucker.
when
When
we
you say
talk about
somebody got a
Mendoza,
puncher's
you
chance,
got it.
he's losing. Like he's got a puncher's chance, he's losing. Like it's like that because boxing.
But now with Mendoza, he took out Fundora. He took out his last two opponents.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'm telling you the truth. I didn't really like look too far into it. You know what I mean? If it's gonna be a good fight, I'm happy for it. You know what I mean? But if most times the way things are, it's so political and like they're just setting up people and not really even thinking about the fans, and they're not even making it a sport. If you can't do that, make it a sport. Like that means number two fights number one.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
number four fights number three, and see where the cookies crumble.
Facts.
I
Facts.
like that too.
You funny as hell. I'm
Cause
34.
then
We
I could just
behind the.
prove it. I could just prove it then. I don't have to fucking go out my way to do this and do that and get around politics because I'm not Mexican enough or get around politics because of this or that. I'm not white enough. And like it's just a whole lot of dumbass shit we gotta do in boxing. It's killing boxing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 100%. Guys, do me a favor, man. We got over 126 people on the live. Go back and smash the like button. You know we're giving you the entertainment here in Mill City Boxing, home of the high
Absolutely.
level pro boxing
And
media.
subscribe. And
And
subscribe.
subscribe. Come on, man. Let's get it. The fighters channel, the trainers channel, my people's channel, man. Um, So, we got this Haney versus Regis Prograis fight December 9th. Um
No, this is
hey,
something.
like it's something, right? It's something. I mean, it's for the WBC title. We got Haney moving up in weight. He doesn't do too good with southpaws, or maybe Lomachenko is just the ultimate southpaw. What another puncher's chance here is this what we're gonna do? Is this what we're gonna say? Like, talk to me.
Look, Regis Prograis don't have a chance, not in hell, to fucking beat Devin Haney ever, ever, ever,
Ev-
ever. Not even a puncher's chance.
Not
You know what I'm
even.
saying? Like, no. Like, you know what I mean? Like, matter of fact, Regis is not even like in order to catch somebody like Devin Haney, you have to have incredible creativity. Like some stupid motherfucker like myself can hit him. Don't mean you can hit him, motherfucker. Like what the fuck? Like I done did like 7 feints of fake in a goddamn sucker punch just to touch him. Like you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
no, like hell no, hell no, motherfucker don't have no chance in hell. Um, I'm looking forward to it though because I'm starting to enjoy this Devin Haney run right now. You know what I mean? Because he's out of the rut of of the bullshit. He's actually fighting real fights. You know what I mean? And win, lose, or draw, he deserves his credibility. Like honestly, at this point, he's like the one and only fighter now that I can't talk shit about. I used to talk a lot of shit about him. You know what I mean? But no, he's doing really good for himself. You know what I mean? He's going after these big fights. And my whole thing is this. I can't wait for like Tank to come out of his shell and fight him.
mm,
You know what I mean? Like that's a fight that should have been happening. That should have been happening. I would have loved to see that fight happen instead of just like, oh yeah, he's gonna fight Ryan. He's just trying to fight the weakest motherfucker they could find. Like, come on. I'm not saying Ryan's weak. It's just like out of the body of work. And if we can say styles make fights too, like hell, belts make fights too. You gonna
mm,
fight a motherfucker with no belt? Like, you know what I mean? Because you was a
mm,
bitch. Like, that's how I feel about Tank. You know what I mean?
mm,
But like, Tank is not just like, I'm not talking about him like as a person, as a character. I'm talking about him as being like one of the fighters that boxing is supposed to be run through. You know what I mean? It's supposed to, like, the faces of boxing are looking mighty feminine right now.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? It ain't like the fucking Sugar Ray Leonard of yesteryears. Back in the day, Sugar Ray said, "Bet I'ma do it," and fought Tommy Hearns, tooth and nail, young. Why they're young? You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, he didn't fight a couple other fights, but he fought them. He fought some fights. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things happening right now where guys is not even taking a chance. Not even taking a chance, dude. And then we wait to see like fights mature like years later, and then sometimes they're not even nowhere near where they should be. The Terrence Crawford fight should have been happened. You know, the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight should have been happened. You know what I
three
mean? The
times.
Charlo Canelo fight was something that should have happened a long time ago, and he picked the wrong Charlo. You know what I mean? There's a whole lot of
So what
bitch.
about Maul? Does Maul have a better chance?
What Maul Ben had a better chance, but not now. He's not in good shape. He's not in good shape mentally, physically, spiritually. He has like a lot of time off. And when he fought those fights, when he fought those fights and like it was like against this dude that fought Triple G and all that stuff. Back in the day when he actually was fighting, he was ready to fight Canelo Alvarez. And everybody else would have been like, cool, let's see it. Except for Canelo. Everybody wanted except for Canelo.
Mm.
You know, that's again, it harps back to the age of the coward. You know what I
Mm.
mean? The
Mm.
age of the coward.
Make sure you guys smash the like button. I got some real hot topics to touch on with Blair. So now that we speaking upon Jamal, we got this fight coming up with Demetrius Boo Boo Andres and David Benavidez, and it happens to me that Jamal Charlo is actually on the card. He's gonna be fighting Jose Benavidez, the smaller brother. Well, actually, he's the older brother
He's
at
old.
160 pounds. What you think about that matchup per se? Just Jose Benavidez and Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo has almost 3 years not boxing right now, and Jose Benavidez just entered the 160 division for the first time a month ago.
Well, it's just that's basically what it is, a tune-up fight for Charlo.
Mm-hmm.
And an opportunity for Benavidez, Jose Benavidez. Um, it seems like guys that take losses, they always get the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Ugas Ugas was damn sure fucking fight fucking Mario Barrios that lost like 3 times in a row instead of me. Like I don't know, it's just a
Well,
lot of
two times in a
nonsense
row.
going on right here. You know what I mean? It's a lot of nonsense going on. But no, I think that's a fight that's it's deserved. It's
You know,
deserved for Charlo to get.
speaking upon that matchup, you know who got pissed when I told him about the matchup? Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman beat Barrios, and he signed the Ugas contract, and he didn't even know that that was for a title eliminator. He was going ballistic. But yeah, going off of that
Keith
topic for
Thurman too. Keith Thurman's a bitch, man. Like shut the fuck up, you fucking hoe. Like the hell
oh
you getting mad
shit.
for? Like you one of them, motherfucker. Like shit. What the hell? You over here fucking chasing the Mario Barrios fight? You over here chasing the Ugas fight? You can't wait to fucking be chasing a loser and shit. Like shut your bitch ass up and fight Blair to Flair. Give it one time. If you everybody that's watching this motherfucking thing, y'all watching this podcast, you watching Mill City podcast, give me a woo if you fucking want to see a Blair to Flair Keith Thurman fight. Flair one time. I want to see that. And I'm tired of Keith Thurman. I'm gonna knock him so fucking clean. Yo, I'm gonna fix his lips. His lips is gonna be gone when I'm fucking finished with him. His
Oh
lips is gonna be gone.
shit.
I'm gonna fix him up. His eyes is gonna be aligned back properly to his face. His hairline is gonna start to come back, and everything's gonna just start to just be vibrant and beautiful. When Blair Flair
You see
gives
the
him the
comments?
makeover of a lifetime,
You
we're
see
gonna
the
sprinkle some
keep
Flair
them
juice on
coming. Keep the moves coming. Keep them moves coming. Smash the like button.
smash the like button, smash. You gotta smash the everything, man. But yo, this shit, yeah, Keith Thurman can get his ass whipped on any day. Like, and it don't matter. Like right now, it's like, look, I'm rusty too. I haven't been in the fight in a long time. So get your bitch ass in the fight with me. You ain't fighting God knows how long. Like, how about this? That fight will be a tune-up for whoever wins. You know what I mean? Like it's a 50-50 fight. Like get your bitch ass in the ring. It'll easily be a pay-per-view attraction. It'll easily be like something where as though people can like it'll be a fun fight to see. You can throw Rolly on the fucking undercard. Rolly and Broner on the other card. Give them both a fucking tune-up fight, and then I'll just run them by me right after. I clean up, keep Thurman, and just keep cooking them up. You know what I'm saying? And bringing boxing back again, man. Shit, I'm about to fucking. I need to order me a Trump hat, man. I'm making boxing better again.
Damn.
You know,
Yo, Blair,
like,
this live might get you the Keith Thurman fight. Real talk. Like,
man, well, shit. Thurman better fucking come out of the closet. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. We are gonna put a nice, well-fitted skirt and pantyhose
Mm,
on you. Trust me. One time will be no time. It'll be
mm,
no time, Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? And like, look, after that, we can already induct you into the gay parade, and we can cat. We don't have to cast judgment on how you act, on how you do things. We can all love you just like how I'm gonna be loving you in that ring.
mm.
Let's make the fight happen.
So speaking upon Keith Thurman, right? And I don't know how like accurate these rumors are, but I guess what do you think upon Mayweather putting on a fight the same day as Devin Haney? I don't know if you heard the rumors saying that Keith Thurman's gonna be on the card, Danny Garcia is gonna be on the card, and Mayweather's gonna be on the main event on the same day as Devin Haney. Mayweather is notorious to do this to Teofimo Lopez. Now he's doing it to Devin Haney. What's your thoughts on the whole thing, the whole matter? And be honest, do you think these rumors are true?
Look, I hope it is true. Cause you
Yeah,
know what I'm gonna do?
talk to me.
I'm gonna watch Devin Haney.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Matter
yeah,
of
yeah.
fact, they should put me on the card too. Fuck it.
Talk that shit.
I'll just put me on a card fighting just literally a bum. I like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Just
Hmm.
I'll be overweight and everything. I don't give a fuck. I'll fight in the card and everything. Like I
Mm.
don't shit about all that bullshit with fucking Mayweather. Like it's nonsense. What is he trying to do? Fuck up people money? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? What is he trying to do? Like divide boxing and make boxing badder, worse again? Like it's just
Mm.
not it's not worth anybody's time. You know what I mean? Like why would you even do that? First of all, Danny Garcia is he had plenty of time in this game. Now it's to a point where like if he don't look, you already in the city, nigga. You should be fighting. You should be fighting the Jerron Ennis. You know what I'm saying?
Pass
If
that
you
torch.
want to be the best in the world, you should be at least the best in your city. You know what I mean? At least you got my ass calling his ass out. Get
Mm.
your bitch ass back in the ring.
Mm.
And it's like it's like a whole lot of that. Like I don't want to see none of those fighters. I don't want to see none of those fighters. Like you know what I mean? I don't want to see Floyd either, man. You ain't trying to fight nobody, man.
So, going back to what we were talking about, right? With Jose Benavidez and Jamal, Charlo, just the whole card itself. You believe that Jose is a tune-up for Jamal? Is it like a big tune-up though? Because due to the fact that 3-year layoff, you know what I'm saying, with Jamal, and he battling his demons, and now he got Roy Jones as his trainer, and all that stuff.
Hold up,
Talk
Roy
to me.
Jones is his trainer. That's not.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
man. You know how it is. Roy tends to like try to teach you how to fight like him and shit, and you know that's
Yeah,
impossible.
that's not a good idea. You know what I mean? And I'm one of them. Like I'm the today's Roy Jones.
Mm.
Fortunately, there's just like not every freak of nature fighter makes it early in their life. You know what I'm saying? Not every freak of nature has like all the necessary things to become like an Olympian and do this and do that. You know what I mean? I didn't have like any like fucking family members to help me out. But so like that's just how
You,
it is.
you you today's Roy Jones?
Yeah, yeah. That's just how it.
Yo, wow.
It's a
Yo, play
Roy
you wild.
is a freaking nature fighter. He's a freaking nature fighter that's just faster and stronger than everybody that he
Okay,
fights.
put some respect on Roy Jones's name, son. Stop
He,
playing.
he is. He's faster. He's more talented. He's basically a 135 pounder that just gotten heavier, but still carry the fucking speed and power of no other. Like
Mm-mm.
I mean, but there's things that he can do that nobody else can do. You know what I'm saying? That shit that he teach might be able to help somebody like me. Like
Mm.
not just anybody. You know what I'm saying? Not just anybody can pull that shit off. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. But hell man, I got nothing but respect and love for Roy Jones. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna look with Charlo.
Yo,
So
nerd,
hope
nerd goes and says, if you're Roy Jones, then Rocha is Tarver. This motherfucker wild.
Roach is Tarver. Nah,
Yeah,
Rocha would be Tarver if I was already at the top of my game. There was no fucking late notice, no trickery with the fucking promotion. Look, you stay tuned to that fucking fight, and we only promoted it for fucking 3 days. You
yeah,
didn't
you
know about
get
it
that.
until a couple days before the fucking fight. And you, yes, you, stay tuned to that shit. Now, how much of a fucking star do you think Blair the Flair really is?
Woo!
You know what I mean? That's hey, it only took me a little bit of time to talk some shit, and I'm back in action. Like
Get him,
after
get
all
him.
year layoff,
Smash the
almost
like button, ladies and gentlemen.
fight Rocha. I was not consistent in the gym and in the fights and stuff. Almost
Mm,
a year fucking went by before I fought Rocha. And the fight that fought before that, it was just the same except for I fought Brad Solomon. And everybody thought that Brad Solomon would get me because of the Alexis the Virgil Ortiz and this and that. And and he came in there. He was well more prepared to fight me. I was supposed to be his last hurrah. You know what I mean? I got rid of him way better than fucking even Virgil did.
mm.
Less punches in the exact same round.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. So, talk to me. What you think about the Boo Boo Andres versus Benavidez matchup? I'm curious to see what you got to say about this one.
He said Boo Boo, Andredas, and who?
And no, Demetrius Andres versus David Benavidez.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Well, if Benavidez is fighting, I want to see that.
Mm.
I don't give a shit about a Boo Boo. Boo Boo is doo doo.
Yo, a lot of people on the comments say the same thing.
Boo Boo is
Why you?
doo doo.
Why do you believe Boo Boo is doo doo?
He brings nothing to boxing, man. He brings nothing to boxing, and that's the problem. Like I don't know, man. Maybe he needs to revamp his shit, cut his hair or something. Like
He
do
did. He cut his hair. He just cut his hair. He just cut his hair. You funny as hell for that.
he need to do something else, man. Like because his boxing is not going to get him nowhere. Like he's winning, but he's winning against nobodies, and then like also he's not very exciting. It looks like he's like struggling in every fight. Oh no, it's a lot. It's a lot, man. It's a
That's an
lot.
uphill battle for him.
Nobody likes a doo doo. You know what I mean? I mean, my bad, my a boo boo. Nobody wants that, man. But I love to see what he does against David Benavidez. That'd be fun.
And you saying it's fun, and I like when you say it's fun because it's like you believe that there's just that one guy, Benavidez, at that division, particularly, is just like that's a high landslide.
Yeah, like one
Super.
accident and you done got hit with a 20-piece McNugget.
Mm. Do you whew, 20? That's facts. In that right, like Boo Boo went to Matchroom, I think it was like the safe bet going over there. He knew that Canelo was over there, but in the same time, he knew he wasn't gonna get a Canelo fight. That's kind of like my behalf on it. Like, but he's been a decorated amateur, really hyped upon that. And I like to talk about this with you because I know with your amateur background, it wasn't so in tilt. But when we talk about the amateurs and the pros, a lot of people don't know the differential of those two of styles and stuff like that. Do you believe that Boo Boo still got an amateur style?
I don't know, man. I'm be 100% honest. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to be 100% honest. I ain't never seen that motherfucker fight a day of my life. I don't want to see that motherfucker. What the hell? Like I saw I saw 5 really bad seasons of his boxing, and then I moved on. I moved on to bigger and better things.
Hmm.
I moved on to talk to other hoes and deal with life on another level.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? I moved on to be popping bottles because I care
talk.
nothing about this dude. Like, you know what I mean?
He-
Like, it's just one of those guys, man. Like, and like I hate to say it, man. Like boxing became so damn boring. I don't even watch it anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
And that's a problem. That's a problem. And it's not just because it's me. It's because it's everybody that's like that right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is doing that. You know what I mean? Everybody's moving on to other things. You know what I mean? We have to fight back and make boxing great. I love the fact that this podcast, shout out to Mill City Podcast. You got like this type of stuff is what's bringing boxing back. And we need to keep this train going. We need to keep this train going. We need big fights, great fights happening, you know.
facts. Facts, super facts. Yeah, man. I always like chopping it up with you because a lot of people, um, they could figure out what you're saying and they could understand it. Doesn't matter like as far as how you joke upon it. I mean, it's entertainment, but and people call it hate. People call me a hater at times with certain fighters, but this is boxing. You got to get used to that. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Hey,
but
hey, look, for everybody that hates me, give me a boo
no, no, no. For
or a boo
anyone that
too.
hates Blair the Flair, right?
Some
Smash the
boos.
like
Give
button.
me a
Smash
fucking
the
give
like
me a
button.
middle give me the middle finger in the comment section. Give me a boo. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Give it to me. I like
And,
it right ways.
and smash the like button. If you don't fuck with Blair Cobbs, smash the like button for real. Get this up to 100 likes if you ain't
Yo,
fucking with Blair
if you
Cobbs.
don't fuck with me, I need you to fucking like and subscribe to Mill City Boxing. I'll take you on a date, baby.
Hey, he said, "I'll
Date
take you on a
option.
date, baby."
Yeah.
So, yo, you funny as hell. Look at the likes are starting to
late,
pull
late
up.
with fucking cyanide poison. I'm gonna take advantage of that booty.
um, nevertheless, you know that Boo Boo Andres and David Benavidez, you don't have him not even winning a round.
No, no, it's not that I don't have him winning around. I just think that he's just like not a fighter that people are gonna be willing to see over and over and over again.
Is it
Um,
gonna be a boring fight though, stylistically? Because I know he's known to be a runner as well.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like,
Oh yeah, you haven't seen Boo Boo fight, right?
yeah, yeah, I've never seen him fight really, really. Um, And honestly, I would love to see a major upset. I would love to see him like prove me wrong and do something exciting and win. Not just win, but win impressively. But that's that's for God to decide. That's for God to decide, and like if it happens, wow, we'll be excited. I'll be excited to come back on here and be like, yo, well, shout out to this motherfucker Boo Boo. I ain't seen him, but now he's not doo doo. You know what I mean? Nah, his shit really stinks. So much so that he fucking beat David Benavidez. Who would have known? You know what I mean? You could be so trash, they could be good. Sometimes you got good trash.
Yeah. Oh
Sometimes
yeah,
I look at myself in the mirror.
yeah.
I look at myself because I think I'm the shit. You know what I mean? And I look at myself like, ooh, that's some good shit right there.
Yeah, you funny as hell. You funny as hell, man. Um, who do you wanna, obviously like we've been trying to get, Boots to fight you for quite some time now. You've been talking your
All he
shit.
talks about is sparring. Hold up, no, he doesn't talk about the sparring. Not want to talk about that sparring, but
You don't,
his
but
fight
both,
do like a motherfucker.
yeah,
His
yeah.
fight don't want that fight at all.
Nah,
So yeah, nah, he's a good kid. This and that. Like, look, look, with look, like, look, man, shit. Let me tell you something. Like, look, this shit. Blair can beat anybody. Like, honestly, fuck around and beat anybody. Like, but like, you just gotta do a whole lot of like, so set up your traps, your feints, feint, set up your traps, keep his ass away from you, and then and you might be able to catch him, like, something like that. Like, so you think I can feint either, motherfucker? Okay. Beat somebody like me. I'm too fucking. I'm unpredictable, motherfucker. People want me on their shit because they know I'm unpredictable. I'm liable to say all kinds of shit. Might offend somebody. I'm gonna offend somebody out this bitch. I'm offensive, even in the ring.
you know, I yeah, you definitely right. Bosey definitely came from out of left field talking about that sparring. We didn't even mention you actually. Uh, it all started with the comment that you made upon Cool Boy, and then it just went off after that. Um, so it's very believable of what you're saying, 100% on that. And I've seen so many clips of like you wanting that fight really bad. You spoke upon it. They laugh, and you know you just believe that they know what it is, and also in the same time they also mentioned that they feel like they passed you already. You think that's a word of like just saying, uh, I don't want to fight you.
Um, yeah, that's basically it. I mean, the thing is, right? Regardless, Blair Flair sells a big mean ass ticket and probably be his biggest fucking money maker in boxing. You know what I mean? But he's doing good. The team is doing really good.
Mm,
But
mm,
like, I'm not a high risk, low reward fight. I'm just a high risk fight.
mm, mm,
Because the thing is, there's some shit you can't fucking you can't defend yourself from. I
mm,
know how to do it. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? You can't fucking there's some shit that there's no way in hell that you're going to fucking have that you're going to somehow practice for. There's some shit out there that I have that you can't possibly counter. I know how to beat counter punches. I know how to beat those fast eyes. So get flashy. You're gonna get hit. I will fuck that shit up. You know what I mean? It's because you can't trust me in ever. You know what I mean? You can't
he
trust me.
said you can't trust me ever.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he'll fucking probably walk out of that bitch with gonorrhea fucking with me, man. I'm dirty. Like, I'm dirty.
Damn,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn.
them boots will be wearing different boots after I'm done with him. He'll be, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I think he's an incredible fighter, and maybe he is a man. Maybe he is what everybody say he is, or maybe he'll be leaving that fucking ring with Blair Flair's hands raised and no longer wearing boots but stilettos. We'll call him
Mm,
stiletto man or something like that. You know what I mean? Don't worry. I'll bring some red bottoms for him to wear. You know what I'm saying? To the ring. You know what I mean? High heels. Cause I,
I,
I like them like that. I like them with high heels.
you like them with high heels?
Yeah,
So peep game,
high
peep
heels.
game. Like people say that Boots is high risk, low reward. That being said, do you believe he needs a guy like you to be able to generate his own path instead of just calling out Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right now, yeah, he would probably need somebody like me, but I'm not gonna fight him until I'm actually good. You know what I mean? But when I'm actually good, it'll actually be a 50-50 fight. And he don't want that.
Mm,
He
mm,
don't want that shit. His father definitely don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no, what? Mm-mm. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck we? Cause then he has to he gotta get around too many variables. He gotta get
mm,
around my off timing. He gotta get around fucking like the fact that I will overwhelm him and oversaturate his eyes. So like, you can't counter because the moment you counter, you're gonna get hurt. Cause like I'll fucking throw an exchange punch. There's just too many things. And guess what? I know why he switches. I'll unravel that mystery real fast of why he switches and knock his on his ass. It's just so it's just too
So,
many. It's too
yo, let
many
let
variables.
let let that out. Let that out. Why you say that?
I know I know a lot of secrets. I mean, I know a lot of secrets.
I'm curious.
It's the reason why I go after Terrence Crawford the way I do. I've been trained to beat him. And then I watched Jerron Ennis come up because I didn't give him too much of even a thought. There was no way that he could fuck with me and when I was in Philly. Ever. Ever. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that he could ever do is possibly get me while I'm dusty and feel like in a sparring match. Like, no, there was no way he could fuck with me ever. You know what I mean?
Mm,
But after a while, he's building up his status and everything. They got a lot of money put behind him to grow him as an athlete. I'm like, okay, he's doing really good. You know what I mean? But he's got the same problems that Terrence Crawford has, except for I think that Ennis might be a little bit more aggressive, which means he will fall into those mistakes a lot faster, like and actually get hurt. You know what I
mm,
mean? Because he ain't one of the guys to get hurt too much. Shit, he'll be fucking looking. Things will be looking very interesting.
mm,
You know what I mean? Because I know what happens when people get hurt. They start to change. The
mm,
temperament starts to change.
mm.
The belief system starts to change. Who
Jamel
they
Jamel
are starts to
Jamel Charlo.
change. Huh?
Jamel Charlo. But shout out to
Like
Kiki
Charlo, kind of like
Alike.
Charlo. Hmm.
Thank you for the $2. I appreciate you, Kiki. Um, but nevertheless, man,
Do you love me? Are we riding?
got another one. Rodney, thank you for the
Yo,
$9.99. Blair might as well fight Thurman. Two non active fighters. So let
why
let
not?
let people know. Let people know that you and Thurman had a conversation.
Yeah, well, I had a conversation with him. Actually, I didn't have a conversation directly with him. It was just through talks. I was like, "Hey, I want to talk to Thurman. I want to blase. I want to get this fight happening." And then he comes back like, "Oh yeah, this and this and that." He just give me fucking the runaround and saying, "Oh yeah, well we need you to fucking sign the Al Haim and this and that." And you know what's funny? At the time, what I have on the table is way more than what PVC or anybody else could actually pay him. Like on the table, I had a very very powerful um investor that was willing to put up the money.
Mm.
You know what I mean? To get their situation up and running. And
I can't wait to have this conversation with Keith.
it'd be great. Oh, hold up. We got Keith Thurman.
No, no, he's not in here. He's not in
Oh,
here.
I was about
But
to say now I'm getting
now
I'm
I'm
getting
getting through him. Now,
this is exciting shit now.
no, no, no,
Let's
but
make
but
this
I
fight
can't.
happen right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I can pass the message. I'm gonna be talking to him next week. So.
Perfect, perfect. Tell him, hey, call me up and shit. I'm not that hard to find at all.
Mm.
Don't worry, I could
Smash
find
the like
you
button
too.
if you like that fight. Keith Thurman and Blair Cobbs. Smash that like button. We're almost at 100 likes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get them up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So I think that that's a big fight. That's a good fight for boxing. We need these type of characters. I believe Keith Thurman is not completely out of the door yet in boxing. I think he still has a chance. I think he still has like the drive to be a champion still, and I think that he still is like a problem.
You
You
guys
know,
both have one loss.
and his loss was against fucking Manny Pacquiao at the top of his career. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? That's not
Shout
bad.
out,
And then you got
shout
my
out to Rodney.
fucking late notice fucking fight against Alexis Rocha. Yeah, it was a whack ass fighter. You know what I mean? That can't hold a fucking candle to any of us, including myself. But it was a late notice fight. It was a late notice fight with also almost a year layoff. It's just it is what it is. It's like motherfuckers is trying to keep up with bills and shit. All right, so like I think that that's a fight worth looking at. Keith Thurman versus Blair Flair. Two big outstanding characters. Why not?
Absolutely. Shout out to Rodney. Gracias por los 2 pesos. I can get some plátano at the bodega with those. Appreciate you. The press conference will be funny as fuck. Appreciate you. Fight boxing. What's going on, my brother Lorenzo? Thank you for the $2. Let's celebrate their first super chat on the live stream. Appreciate you, my bro.
Hell yeah, man. Yo, next time, let me know.
But you know
yo,
what?
yo, hold up, man. Look, before you go on these podcasts, don't even mention me too. Like, don't even mention me, man. Just let me know, and I'm just gonna pop in. I'll be in here with you while we talking. While you're talking to what's his name, to Keith Thurman, I'll pop up on their ass and give them a woo. Let's make that fight happen. We can start building some attractions, start building some action, some drama. After I get rid of somebody like Keith Thurman, that sounds like I should probably be moving up and moving on to like maybe somebody that's even better. You know what I mean? And honestly, I don't mind cleaning up the fucking young fighters at all. I don't mind cleaning up fucking Ennis. Ennis is a great fighter, no disrespect, but I don't mind cleaning him up. I don't mind going through Conor Ben and all these other fighters. You know what I mean? These young talented fighters. I don't mind going through Ortiz when he cleans his mess up. You know what I mean? I don't mind doing a rematch with Rocha. But let's make some big things happen. You know what I mean? After a
Absolutely.
fight like Keith Thurman, maybe we can be talking about this final fight that should be happening with
Yeah.
me and Terrence Crawford. Maybe that'd be a worthwhile fight, which he'll lose. Like he'll lose that. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, Blair, my lady's over here telling me I gotta go. She
Yeah,
said, "Yo,
it's
the
time to
food's
go.
gonna get cold." Appreciate you for tapping in with me, man. We got some great content. Last time that we chopped it up, I remember I see Boxing Scene was taking it, Boxing Social was taking all our content and putting it out there. I don't know if he was able to see it. I think it was in behalf of talking about Terrence Crawford, saying that you would beat him and stuff like that. So we've been, making some noise in the airways as well. Make sure you guys smash the like button. This is the one and only Blair the Blair Cobbs. Blair, just give me that one more time, baby.
I keep that same energy every single time. Every time I see Terrence Crawford, even though I still love him, he's still a good dude. He's a good man. I keep that same energy. I keep that same energy about boxing. So you already know. It's the one and only Blair the Flair Cops, the most exciting man in boxing. It's time. It's time to come back. It's time to bring boxing back. And we bringing boxing back with none other than Mill City Boxing. And we over and out.
You already know.
Woo!
Woo! You already know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the one and only Blair the Flair Cobbs, Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel. my people's channel. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in with me, man. It's much love. Appreciate all the super chats as well. All the likes. Make sure you smash them right now before you leave. I'm about to grab a little grub. Possibly come back with the legendary James Toney later on tonight. So make sure you guys please smash the like button, man, before you leave. Um, this is the one and only Mill City Boxing. I'm out.